All right, Shalom. All right, first and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Double honor to Elder Apostles, Elder Bishops, Great Millstone, who still well. Peace and blessings to the elect. All right, we the brothers of Great Millstone, Mississippi, and we're going to get into the topic of the destruction of Babylon the Great. All right, and the uprising of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, man. Okay, which is the focal point of prophecy. You know, prophecy is centered around those things mainly. The destruction of this current system and the replacing of it with the new. All right? So, you know, so we just get some scriptures dealing with, you know, the destruction, you know, because it's all about the prophecies, man. You know, like Elder Yashwamba said, you know, brother made a point, but you know, brothers, you know, Elder Yashwamba, every once in a while he'll joke, but it be in the spirit too. Everybody, you know, they talking, but the prophecy's walking, man. Like everybody got something to say, but it's empty if it ain't concerning what the word of Most High say, man. You know, the brother got something. You know, just quick scripture to kick it off.
This Zechariah 5 started 1. Then I turned and looked up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
Yeah, we going home, man. All right. What did the prophet Zechariah see? Which his name Zechariah, Yahweh remembers. You know, Yahweh remembers or remember Yahweh. All right. All the prophets had spiritual names, man. You know, but hey, the Lord showed him what we speak about all the time through the Spirit. The Lord showed him a chariot of salvation, man. It says flying roll, but you look it up, it means a scroll, a flying scroll, you know. But you don't see, you know, the Bible flying, all right? You don't see, you know, an actual flying scroll in the air, but the prophets, they start to explain what the Lord showed them the best way that they could, all right? You know, with the with things that were coming to them around their time. You know, that's how they would explain it. All right, but go ahead, brother.
Verse 2. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll.
For example, you have what Esau Edom calls cigar-shaped so-called UFOs. It's like a flying scroll. It's like a scroll rolled together. It's flying in the air, man. You know? Go ahead, brother.
The length thereof is of 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
Now, you know, when you look up these measurements, this is a fairly small chariot, but they come in all sizes, man. And basically, they can defy physics. They can shrink, but at the same time, they can expand. You know, you got chariots. They can shrink down to about the size of our vehicles, but then they can expand to the whole size of a city. You know. Okay, what, bro?
2nd Ezra, chapter 13, and verse 6.
Yep, it's the spirit. Yep.
But I beheld, and lo, he engraved himself a great mountain.
But who though? Hey, you read verse what?
Yeah, sure. 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, and verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven.
So like you start at the top and then jump back in.
All right. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, and verse 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. Verse 2. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof.
Yeah, arose a wind from the sea, because when the prophet Ezra saw this, basically he saw in the spirit the chariot traveling in what we call outer space, man. Because according to the scriptures, that's also called the waters. You know, the Lord, He separated the waters that on the outside of our atmosphere from the waters that are under it. You know, what we call the ozone layer. You know, the scriptures call it the firmament. Even in one movie, The War of the Worlds, you know, it was narrated by Morgan Freeman. Well, that was spiritual. Esau Edom had that done, but in the beginning, you know, Morgan Freeman, he was like beyond the gulf of space. So he was comparing the universe to waters. Why would we say beyond the gulf of space? So there arose a wind from the sea that had moved all the waves thereof. Because as scriptures say, when the Lord visit, if brother get that in Ecclesiastes, it say that the heaven of heavens is gonna move. Like the whole universe don't feel the Lord traveling in the greatness of his strength, man. All creation, you know, the Son of the Most High showing up. That's why this is very important what we're doing, man. You know, you got Jake out here walking around not knowing why they on the earth. You know, rooftop gatherings. You know, Jake wild now because we in the weekend. This is what life is all about. It's all about the build up to the second coming of Yahushua, man. You know,
The powers in the mystery.
and the powers in the mystery. It's been revealed to his hopeful elect, man. You know, the saints, his servants, the prophets, man. That's right, man. You got it, bro. Okay, come on, you brother, real quick. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 16, verse 18. Behold, the heavens and the heavens of heavens,
That's it right there.
the deep and the earth, and all that therein is, shall be moved when he shall visit.
Yeah, so everyone's gonna feel him, literally. You gonna know that there's gonna be a day that's gonna be remembered, man. That's why it's called the day of the Lord, man. All right. Go ahead, brother.
The mountains also and the foundation of the earth be shaken with trembling.
Right, yeah, because these different nations, these different governments of the earth are gonna be afraid, man. Even scriptures say that the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. They're gonna be in straits. Right when they think their NWO is a success, that's when your house shot gonna crack them clouds, man. You know, go ahead, bro.
When the Lord looketh upon them.
Yeah, through that chariot. You know, it's like one gigantic eyeball watching you. You know, and I ain't talking about the so-called Illuminati, man, because y'all not the real enlightened ones. You know, we are through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
No heart can think upon these things worthily, and who is able to conceive his ways?
Yeah, because it's like read 17.
Verse 17, say not thou, I will hide myself from the Lord.
Speak up, Shabbat.
Say not thou, I will hide myself from the Lord. Shall any remember me from above?
Right now, you know, speaking about that movie War of the Worlds, and they show you the same thing Independence Day. When the Lord comes back, a lot of people gonna be, you know, scattered because they're gonna be afraid because they're gonna look at it like an alien invasion. You know, so people gonna be running away, man. You know, it says all kingdoms of the earth shall cry or wail because of him, man. You know, go ahead, brother.
I shall not be remembered among so many people, for what is my soul among such an infinite number of creatures?
But see, that's why he's called He Is. Or that's why he is, you know, his name Yahweh, which shows that he's keeping watch of everything, man. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Behold, the heaven and the heavens of heavens, the deep and the earth, all that therein is, shall be moved when he shall visit.
Right, and that's the point, you know. Go ahead, bro.
This back in Zechariah 5:3. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
And you know, Esau Edom knows that, man. You know, with their different intelligence programs, they make an effort to keep up with the chariots, man. But you can't really do it. You know, that's beyond man's reasoning. But they're fighting to, showing you, they're preparing for the Lord coming back, man. Okay, go ahead, bro.
And it says, for everyone that stealeth should be cut off, as on this side according to it.
Yeah, and see, and that's why they're gonna prepare themselves to fight the Lord, man, because they know that that's their end when the Lord comes back. You know? Once again, why do they depict that in these different movies, man? You know, you got that one saying, art imitates life. Because really it all goes back to the scriptures. The Lord tells you he's going to bring an end to your world. In the word, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
All right, this is, I'm gonna start it over. In Zechariah 5:3, they said unto me, this is the curse that goes forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stood,
And it says the whole earth. The scriptures say how every eye shall see him, man. Go ahead, bro.
for everyone that stood shall be cut off, as on this side, according to it.
Right?
Everyone that swear shall be cut off, as on the side according to it.
Right. Which really is mainly pertaining to Esau, Edom. You know? It got to be talking about you because the scriptures say you basically, you know, stole the whole earth. You know? You read in Job, it says according to his substance shall the restitution be. But pursuant to Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked because you stole all of this, man. So you got to give it all up. So you the one that's going to be cut off. So ain't no hope for Esau, Edom. But guess what? They ain't going to some damn hell dimension either. Because you got a lot of accounts speaking about that now, you know, mainly IUIC. Esau, Edom ain't going to burn in hell, man. But they are going into slavery. You know? And it's funny too, man, like recently, you know, while I was watching, you know, in the break room, you know, Judge Mathis, they had an episode where Edomite was saying, you know, he's going to be tortured in heaven. You know? You know, he came in the courtroom, Judge Mathis was looking at him crazy, man, but it's like, you know, what is he talking about? Hey, that guy was probably watching the camps. He was like, man, I go to heaven, I'm going to be tortured there. You know? And Judge Mathis looked at the guy like he got 10 heads, man. But he is going to be tortured in heaven. Because that's judgment on Esau, Edom. The kingdom of heaven, not in the spirit world. You know? Because, hey, believe it or not, even Hitler, Evelyn Rothschild, you know, all these damn devils, you know, when they go back to the third heaven, they have rest there too. Just like all other spirits do, man. But the earth is the place of judgment. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Job chapter 3, verse 17. There the wicked cease from troubling, and there beware.
The wicked. The wicked.
There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest.
Yeah, they're the weary, Salaki. They're the weary be at rest, which are the Israelites. So that's a balance. You know? You got Esau, Edom doing all this wickedness. Once he dies, you know, his spirit returns to the heavens, and he can't trouble people on earth anymore. And then Israelites that are wore out from this captivity, once they return to the heavens, they good. All you know, spirits of men and women rest there. But when you return to the earth, then you receive, you know, you play out your judgment. You know, whatever sentence the Lord gave you in the spiritual world, you play it out down here. You know? But you know, that's the point on that. The brother got something else? You know, because, you know, we was mainly speaking about the second coming of Yahweh Shah. And that's the bigger picture. You know? Every once in a while we'll get on these, you know, these false, you know, camps. And we call you false because of the doctrine you push. But, you know, we ain't get our eyes off this devil though. You know? The bigger picture is what the Lord is about to do, man. You know? Now go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Luke chapter 10, verse 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
And it's beautiful. Because it's not going to take long for the Lord to bring this man down. As it's written in Revelation, it's going to take 1 hour. It's going to take 1 hour. That's lightning fast when you compare it to the building of his kingdom. You know, the Renaissance period, this man come back into power. You know, but the Lord removing this man in 1 hour. That's quick, and that's an hour our time, man. You know, 60 minutes. You know. And he wasn't talking about spiritual demon Satan right there. He talking about so-called white man. Because, well, when he arose from the dead, his disciples had begged him, without this time restore again the kingdom to Israel. Like, Lord, you going to take down Rome now? That's the Satan he was talking about. Rome. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Luke 10 and 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
And that's a confirmation. The Spirit brought it back. You know? Bro, it's gonna be quick because Yahushua, see, he was farsighted. You know, like the Captain the Bible we speaking on, man. He saw the end afar off. You know? He looking in the future and seeing the judgment on Edom. All right? And the spiritual part about it, he's gonna be the one to do it. He's gonna be the cause of this man going down in 1 hour. Like lightning, you know? You got something, bro?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 13, verse 21. And the Lord Yahweh went before them by day in a pillar of cloud, and led them way, and by night a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night.
Right, and see, that same vehicle is gonna come back and deliver us this time, okay? That's why as it's written, because somebody get that Isaiah 11, Lord set his hand again.
If I can say this, during that time when we were being delivered out of Egypt, man, those chariots, like for us to go through the wilderness, the desert, at night to be able to see protected from the dreadful sun, you know what I'm saying? But it was only presented to Israel as that deliverance, you know what I'm saying, that guide. But as you were going into this time, when Yahushua cracked them clouds and chariots come, they bring a destruction, man. Yeah. Deliverance also, but those chariots are not going to be just for deliverance. They're going to be bringing judgment, destruction, man.
Well, even when you go back to the account when Israel was coming out of Egypt, you know, it says how, you know, the Lord is the word disappoint or frustrate. I mean, brother can get the account, but basically, he was zapping the Egyptians' chariots, you know, and it doesn't say zap. I mean, but you know, process of elimination, that chariot was going to work on the Egyptians, man. You know, and you know, setting us up to go through, you know, the Red Sea, in particular, you know, the Gulf of Suez, you know. But you know, like you said, you know, and this time it's really going to be made known, you know, fully known. He's judging our enemies with that chariot and also saving Israel, man. Because it's going to be a worldwide event, you know. Yeah.
This is the book of Second Exodus, chapter 14, verse 24. It says, and it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Lord looked into the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians.
But he troubled the host of the Egyptians by way of that chariot, you know. I mean, so you can see in the spirit, man, it was going to work. You know, go ahead, bro.
Verse 25, and took off their chariot wheels,
That's it.
that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians.
And this is so true, and you can look this up for yourself, you know, do a little research. Esau Edom, you know, his archaeologists basically had, you know, went to the Red Sea, you know, or this part of the Red Sea where that event took place, and they found Pharaoh's chariot wheel, man. You know, at first I was thinking it was like a coral reef, but it's in the exact shape of a chariot wheel, and it's still under there. You know, so like the Lord left a token. Yeah, I did that to you. You know, and see, He's gonna do greater things in this time, man. And it's, you know, it's spiritual, because you know we're approaching the Passover, man. And as we always say, what brother get Jeremiah 16, it's gonna be a new Passover. You know, a second Exodus. All right? Because, hey, you know, as we first learned, you know, when the Lord brings us into the truth, America is the modern day Egypt, man. You know, so that grandiose deliverance is mainly going to take place here. Now, it's going to take place all over the earth because the elect are all over the earth. But the major deliverance is going to take place in Babylon the Great, man. Because this is the worst place that had us, you know. You know, bro. Yeah, come go ahead, get your phone, please. The spirit of the con. Get that, and you can go back to that, bro.
And it's Isaiah 11 and 11. And it should come to pass in the day that the Most High should set his hand again the second time, to recover the remnant of his people.
Wait a minute. And it shall come to pass, because this hasn't happened yet, the Lord is going to set his hand again a second time to recover the remnant of his people. Because see, that's the difference. See, when we came out of ancient Egypt, all Israel came out. We all came out by our armies. Even the mixed multitude came out with us because, you know, we had servants. We had slaves that came out of there with us, you know. Which, you know, they died in the wilderness, basically. But going back to this new Exodus, this second Exodus, all right, what's going to separate it from the old? Read on, brother.
It says, and again, second time to cover the remnant of his people, should be left in Assyria, from Egypt, from Patros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
Right, so he's gathering us from the places where we were scattered. You know, it's not solely going to be this place we call spiritual Egypt, which today is America. That's going to be the main place that deliverance is going to take place. But the Lord is gathering us from every part of the earth where he placed us. You know? And that's going to make his name greater. Because, you know, it's one thing, he's just saving us from one particular location, but now he's going to save us worldwide this time. You know? In areas where we were put to shame, areas where we became Gentiles. You know, we became foreigners. You know, to our God, to our land, to our culture, you know. But he's restoring us, first in the spirit, but then the actual restoration, him putting us in our rightful place on the earth, which second power under him, man. You know? And instead of him parting the Red Sea, he's gonna beam us up in the air, man. In the ships. Which we speculate it's gonna be one huge ship, but we'll see when he comes, you know. They finish it out.
Verse 12. And she should set up an ensign for the nation.
Oh, he should set up an ensign for the nations. Ensign is a banner or a standard, which the Bible. Okay? Because at the end of the day, only the word of the Most High is going to stand. Because this was going to have us gathered. All right? Not these other philosophies, man. Go ahead, bro.
And shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Only Israelites are mentioned. All right? And only Israelites are going to take part in that new covenant. You know? Or the second covenant. Even when we came out of ancient Egypt, you know, the Lord brought us to the wilderness. You know, we was brought before the Lord at Mount Sinai, also called Mount Horeb, and that's when we received that first covenant. Well, the Lord, he's going to do all that again, you know? But see, this time he's going to make us perfect. Instead of him writing the laws on tables of stone, he's going to put it in us, man. You know? The tables are going to be our hearts this time. You know? Grapho. Hey, what Esau Edom want to do with that sea hip, the Lord will do that with his people, man. With his spirit, you know? And it's going to be way far out, man. All right? You got it, brother.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 11, starting verse 16. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come.
So this isn't to assemble the masses of Israel. Because like the brother had read before, the remnant. It's all about the remnant, okay? So going to the little sanctuary, when you see all these different great millstone camps, you know, throughout the whole world, not just Babylon the Great, that's that little sanctuary or sacred place. You know, like you know, small temples. Each camp is like unto a temple. Each brother individually is like unto a temple as well, you know. But dealing with these camps, these are those sanctuaries, man. Well, in Isaiah 19th chapter, it's called altars. You know, altars in Egypt. Altar or a temple is used for sacrifice, man. So we know eventually, man, you know, very soon, we about to go home. All right? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of power, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel.
So like, read it again.
This is Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 17. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of power, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered.
Right, so the Lord, he's sick of looking at our condition. We're in a time where he's going to gather us from all these places where we were scattered, man, among the heathen. Because he's not pleased with our people living like them. You know? And the Lord's sick of this shit, man. And he's more tired of it than we are. You know, you got to think about it. The Lord, he's been looking at our situation since the foundation of the world. But when you focus in on what's been going on since Esau Edom came back into power, this has been the worst condition that Israel has ever been in, man. Okay? So what do you think the Most High about to do this time? As a matter of fact, he's going to bring worse plagues on this current Egypt than ancient Egypt, man. All right, which, you know, in spirit, you know, brother, want to get second Esdras, you know. You know, you got some type of...
I got something.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7.
15 started something.
It's Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Read it again.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Now, you know, since we opened up, we've been speaking about the church salvation, us getting beamed up and what the world refers to as UFOs, which now they call them UAPs, all right? We went from unidentified flying objects to unidentified aerial phenomenon, all right? But before we make it to that point of the deliverance, we have to experience what the scriptures call Jacob's trouble, man. You know, which is even worse than slavery, man. Now, the tribes caused a lot of hell on this planet. When you look at our history in the scriptures, you know, we were speaking about Exodus earlier. You know, when we was under the ancient Egyptians, there was hell. You know, being under them, you know, 400 years, you know, which that 400-year prophecy ain't talking about America, man. It's talking about ancient Egypt, all right? But we was going through hell under the Egyptians, man. But you read that, you read the book of Judges, we under all these different captivities, you know, other heathen, you know.
Can I say this?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
And that's why the heathen can't say that they never had it as a slave, because all of them had a chance. All of them had their part of slavery. They all had it in captivity. So I guess when the Lord put you in captivity, hey, y'all had a part of it. Y'all had a part of it, and you had us in slavery.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, that's so you about to say something, bro?
Con, I was gonna say when the brother started, verse 7 in Jeremiah 30, it said, "Alas, for that day is great," and great is not going into like it's gonna be a good time, you know. That great is going to how these evil times, these bad times, gonna increasingly get worse. They just gonna constantly grow and get bigger and bigger and more dramatic, man, and more detrimental to people.
Yeah, man. Cause see, we in the time of our power, judging this earth, man. All right, and see, the way man thinks. Can somebody get Isaiah 55, verse 8? 8 yeah. I thought. Whatever, brother, you know, first. So you finish that out, bro. I say just read it one more time.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas,
Yes, sir.
alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
And you notice most Israelite groups are not touching on Jacob's trouble, man. You know, it's as if Jacob's trouble doesn't exist to them. But see, Jacob's trouble is going to affect all Israel, man. All right? But it says, but he should be saved out of it, speaking about the elect of Israel. But we about to go through some hell, man. We ain't made it yet. And that's why we say hopeful elect. You know? That's why, you know, brothers always say, you know, Lord willing, you know, we know it's a constant fight. But see, what we're going through right now is nothing in comparison to that time. And also what we're going through right now is to build us up for that time. Because we're going to see and experience things that's never happened on the earth before, man. All right? So once again, you got to ask the question, what is the Lord about to do to this planet, man? Majority of Jake proud, all right? Majority of Jake, mine only goes so far. Making it to the weekend, you know, stretching the weekend out, because they know they got to, you know, eventually go back to work, you know? But see, they know your life is on a hamster wheel. Your life is on a hamster wheel, so that causes you to be distracted and you boxed in, all right? So you ain't thinking about what's coming. Your whole mindset is really to escape. The 12 tribes, they go through escapism, man. You know, for men, whether it's the women, you know, drugs, you know, partying all the time, you know, that's like your coping mechanism. But see, what the Lord brings to this earth, you ain't gonna be able to escape, man.
Hey,
all right?
Because if I can say this, you know, Scripture goes to how it's going to be a time like never before since was a nation, man. And like the elder is saying, people, you know, in this society, they're not really thinking far off and how serious the Lord finna bring, how much judgment and how serious it is that the Lord about to bring to earth, man. You know, it's the things you don't even think about that's gonna be real fucked up, man. Because we don't know what time nor hours that this thing really gonna pop off. You might be in the middle of fucking open heart surgery. You think them doctors gonna stick around? You know what I'm saying? When, you know what I'm saying, all chaos done broke loose. Yeah. You know what I mean? You might be in the middle of giving birth, man.
I was just, in that spirit, brother, I was just thinking about that. A woman may be in the middle of labor, you know, and all hell break loose.
Right.
Doctors just leave your ass in the room.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. And you see it in these movies, man, after these horrific events happen, you know, they stumble upon the hospital looking for medical supplies and shit, and they see people dead in beds, you know what I'm saying? Decomposing, you know. It's gonna be unimaginably horrible, man. And it's gonna be so scary. The scripture says men's hearts shall fail them from the things they're gonna see happen upon the earth, man.
Yeah, because see, it's two elements you gotta think about, which ultimately one, because really all rooted in the Heavenly Father, you know? But you know, we know the Lord got a right-hand side, left-hand side. Right. You know? And you look up the word sinister, look up the word sinister, it literally means left hand. Look it up. And that's Esau Edom. So you gotta think about what the Lord has equipped this man with, things that we don't even know about, the Lord gave this man. And then you gotta think about what the Lord gonna be doing. Right. Which once again, the Lord controls Esau Edom too. So really all of it's the Lord, man. All right? But like the brother has said, for the scripture say men's hearts failing them for fear, what is the Lord about to do to this earth? You know? But it's rooted in judgment. That's why, you know, the beloved Apostle Hart said years ago, when the Lord started mass murdering Jake, when the Lord started killing all these Jakes, don't bug out. You know? It's judgment. And he gonna be getting you Jakes in the worst way, man. You know, the way you gonna die before you die, where you gonna witness your family die, you know, that's Jacob's trouble. But no, you have bro.
So, I'm saying even with these electric cars, man. You think about these electric cars, man. All of them zipping up and down the highways, and he might decide to hit the switch, man, with an EMP. These cars gonna shut down. You talking about a piled up of vehicles, man, having accidents, people gonna be messed up. Who's gonna come to your rescue? You're gonna suffer, man. You know, you, your family, who probably in there, man. It's gonna, any scale you can think of how bad it's gonna be, you can best believe the Lord is gonna make it 10 times worse, man.
Yeah, but you know, which it's more. I need to look into it myself. But what all will an EMP affect? You know, it's gonna stop your car,
Yeah.
but it's gonna stop whole systems, man.
People got heart murmurs.
You know?
The pacemakers.
Yeah, pacemakers. Yeah. Yeah, but it's gonna put life at a standstill. All right. You got it, bro.
Think about it. All them elder ladies or anybody at the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, they done them. They finished. They on, you know, they on finished.
Oxygen machine.
Man.
Yeah, man. And that's why we pushing the fear of the Lord, man. Go ahead, bro.
This second Ezra, chapter 14, verse 15. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
Yeah. You know, it also said, let go from the mortal thoughts and cast away the burdens of man. You know, because see, all these things can weigh you down. When you thinking about how you gonna survive, how you gonna eat, how your family gonna eat, how you gonna provide for your loved ones, you know. I mean, it's nothing outside of the plans of the Heavenly Father that we can do. That's why, you know, we gotta trust in Him, man. You know, because see, the thing about the mind of the Lord is it's infinite. You know, hey, the Lord can do way more than we can do, man. You know, and even when it comes to Israel, you know, the whole family topic. Cause hey, the Lord posed that question to Ezra. You know, lovest thou that people, you know, more than He had made them, which, because you know, Ezra's pretty much speaking up for all Israel, but just, you know, putting that in case dealing with your, you know, your family. You know, we love our families, but ultimately He made them too. And their lives are written out already. Because everybody's lives are written out already, man. You know? And just having that in mind, from right now up until when the Lord does these things, that's what's gonna keep us sane. Even when it might seem like the most bugged out shit, because we don't know what we're gonna be seeing. But the fact that Yahweh Shema Shah still in control of it. Because that's really the key, man. Is that on there, bro? Okay, you asked.
I got some. Okay. This is Matthew 24, 37. But as the days of Noah, were so shall also come of the Son of Man be.
As the days of Noah were, the scripture say Noe, you know, is Noah, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. We're talking about the build up to that destruction, man.
Like now.
You know, and now is that time. All right, and we see it, and it's spiritual, because although we in a chaotic time, not too much is happening right now. This that calm before the storm, man. You know, like the Lord giving you people a break before that water hit your ass, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, they were drinking, married, and given into marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Yeah, business as usual. Like, you know, your daily routine. You know, you wake up, you go to work. You know, eventually you get you some off time. All right, go back to work. You know what I'm saying? Go out with your, you know, your family when you get off, whatever the case may be. All right, and until the end. Go ahead, bro.
At verse 39.
Y'all go ahead.
It's good fruit.
Hey, bro.
And Matthew 24 and 39. And they knew not until the flood came and took them away. So shall also coming the Son of Man be.
Which means that they didn't see it. All right? Because, hey, man, we in the worst time in history to be ignorant, man. You know, to have the mindset that you know, that you don't know and you okay with it. Because that was the standpoint of the people during the flood, man. You know, and they actually knew. They knew that Noah was right, man. You know, a lot of the people. But see, it's what I say is, when you read in 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, there should come on the last day of scoffers. Because that same spirit was on the earth during the time of Noah, man. You know, people making fun of the prophecy, making fun of the, you know, the messenger. Okay, that's happening now. Cause see, now it's like a free fall, like everybody getting their licks in before the Lord do it. You know, cause a lot of people mocking us, mocking our teachers. All right, but the Lord got the mindset. Okay, because who was the one that shut the door to that ark? All right, and see, like Brother had read earlier, dealing with the little sanctuary. These are those modern day arks. Because see, once the Lord says enough is enough, and he seals his elect, that's it, man. You know? You got to make a point, bro?
No.
I got this word oblivious going into the mindset of people on earth, just like during the time of Noah. Because the Lord blinds you, because if you don't believe in the prophecy, you're really oblivious to reality. Because prophecy is future reality, man. Now you get this word oblivious, it says not aware of, not concerned about what is happening around one, lacking remembrance, memory, or mindful attention, lacking active conscious knowledge or awareness.
Active conscious knowledge, which is scriptures, man. Because see, when you look at everybody on the earth, you can throw all people up in there. When you look at the heathen, everyone that's outside of this thing of ours, as the beloved Elder Pastor Gabar coined it, basically they believe in things that cannot save them, man. When you sum it all up, I was walking past the damn Elamite roast store earlier, man. Which I ain't go in there. Elon be having the stuff though. But when you go into they the wholesale stores or whatnot, they got all their idols up, whatever they believe in. Bro, people don't realize the scariness of the Most High, man. Like, you got, the Lord put the spirit on other nations to move here to get destroyed. For those of them that don't go back home. Because, the majority of them don't leave, when they can. It's going to say, then, every man turns to his own people, and they're going to flee to their own country. But, collectively, people that's here, they here to die, man.
Right.
If they not in the truth. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, but that's when I had to make mockery of Noah, right? You know that movie? When Bruce Almighty's the other one. Evan Almighty, Evan here. And he'll be building the ark, right? And they said, it's gonna rain. And they came to it, and they're talking shit.
Yeah.
They kept talking shit. Oh, it's not gonna rain. But it didn't rain. But if y'all seen the movie, it didn't rain. But he told them, on the ark, whatever. They didn't listen. But they're talking all that shit.
Yeah.
And they kept talking all
and
that
that's
shit.
spiritual because they actually did that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. And the heavy part about it, because like we always speak about, I know you get into it a lot. What people don't realize on the earth is that not only people are reincarnated, kingdoms are reincarnated, like actual points in history are reincarnated. The Lord brings it back, and even right now, because I was watching one of Elder Pastor Gabar's recent live streams, which when you watch their live streams, it's videos that they premiered, but the way he was going into some history and everything that has happened, while you got a lot of guys talking shit about men that they don't know, like the way Elder Pastor Gabar was breaking things down, like I couldn't help but put the comment, because most of the time I don't want to say nothing when a apostle doing lessons, brothers, you hold your peace, let you put up scriptures. But I put on the comment board, man, this reminds me of the book of Acts. And apostle, right after put the comment up, he said, we in the book of Acts again. This is it again, And so don't be surprised, since the apostle said that, brothers gonna get that spiritual power, man. As of late, we've been speaking about, brothers being martyrs. Every brother ain't gonna die, man. Brothers, the chariot flew over us, bro. The Lord gonna do some divine things, man. Brothers gonna get that power too. But yeah, precept. Come on.
This is Hebrews chapter 2, verse 1. Therefore we ought to give the most earnest heed to the things which we have heard, lest at any time we should let them slip.
Yeah, because when you look at cats, man, they come in the spirit like they didn't have teachers. Meanwhile, you know, niggas doing interviews on No Jumper, man. Which, you know, Alizé really ain't surprising. You know, he really doing what you expect him to do. But it's like, man, just, you really want that, you know? And guys outside of him, okay, you really want that. And dealing with the hell topic or the MOTB not being what it is, you really want that, you know? Jay don't realize what the Most High about to do, man. Okay? Go ahead, bro. Read it again.
It's Hebrews chapter 2, verse 1. Therefore we ought to give the most earnest heed to the things which we have heard,
Right.
lest at any time we should let them slip.
You know, you forget about it, you slip your mind. Because you ninjas, and I'm gonna be honest, I want the Lord to bring judgment on Jake, man. Now, if the Lord make, you know, spare Jake, you know, and, you know, some of you of the elect among these other groups, you know, and that's the Lord's will. But he gonna break these groups up, man. All right? Because a lot of guys talk a mess about the beloved high priest Ariah, the 12 tribe sign, the Lord gave him the spirit to go into that. Us calling on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, don't you know that came from him? Collectively, majority of what we still teach, really, it's still from him. The majority of it, now you know, doctrines have, you know, evolved. Things have been clarified. Certain things need to be corrected. You know, the Lord upgraded, you know, certain things. All right, but majority of what we still teach really still back to what he taught. All right, so to just up and say, you know, forget that, man. And he had a super brown spirit too, man. Something gonna happen to you, man. And this ain't about you, but just the Lord didn't like that, man. Cause, hey, what if he is that disciple that Yahweh shall really love? You got to answer for that, man. You done. What if that was the man that was on Yahweh shall's bosom, you know, at the Pesach? What if that was him? And they wrote the book of John, you know, and they wrote the book of Revelation. What if that's him? You. It's gonna be a long Jacob's trouble, man.
But that goes to show you, because that's the thing why you hate nigga behavior, man. Like, you hate niggas because these same niggas, they will watch what they say. If Jay Prince was in the room, niggas will watch what they say. If Jeezy or Lil Baby was in the room, niggas would have the utmost respect. But then here it is, a man, and that's another thing that show you Jake, all right, has a slave mentality, because you go to High Priest Ariah, he was legacy minded. The things that he put in place with the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the portion of the spirit that the Lord gave him and the labor he put in, we came into a legacy.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
You can't come into a legacy, all right, off no damn Sakari. Look at the matter of fact, the legacy of Sakari, you got millions of people killed.
Yep.
You had children fighting against the Roman military. That's the legacy of Sakari, man. Getting slaughtered. You know, Jake want to be popular. Jake ain't legacy minded, man. So, you know, Jake don't, you know, I say he don't surprise. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it show you Jake ain't legacy minded, man. Jake has a mind frame to be popular. Jake is content with being a popular slave in America, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you know, it's all spiritual too. Because, you know, when you look at Great Millstone, like we not that polished camp. You know, we pretty rough around the edges, so to speak. We like that gemstone you find in the rough, but you didn't realize how valuable it was. Like when you look at the brother's garment, you know, of the Shemayim, you look at different planets, it reminds you of, you know, the gemstones. Like you got opal, all the different colors.
Soda light.
You know?
Yep.
But then like when you find it in the rough, like you let me like what's this? Yep. but that's the men of the Lord, man.
We're hidden gems.
Hidden gems. Even when you, well, like, you know, Yahshua had went into it. Every once in a while he speaks on it. The Lord gave us the hidden manna. You know, the word manna, you look it up, it means what is it? That goes to the mysteries, man. You know?
If I can make a quick point, going into how this is the stumbling block for Jake, because it tells you, like you brought up the scripture, they install it to the clouds if you're a famous person. But what I learned about Jake, through selling, gemstones and stuff like that. You have quality and you have what appeals to you.
Yeah.
There's a difference between quality and what benefits you and what appeals to you. And what I learned with the gemstones, you can go to Walmart, right? And you can buy like a fake sparkly cross, a fake sparkly chain. Jake could be more into that than the actual semi-precious gemstone. So I learned the nature of Jake just by that. Like, Jake is into what appeals to him more than what benefits them. So that's the nature, and that's why Jake will overlook the gemstones and they'll get into the Sakaras and the Keps because they appeal to the eyes.
Yeah.
The way they're structured, they appeal to the eyes.
That goes back to the garden.
Yeah.
That's why Eve, like, she was so drawn into that combo she had with the snake, which is a melanated Edomite. She was so drawn in, but because false doctrine, it looks good to the flesh. And as much as guys want to speak on blasphemy and this and that, meanwhile you got what's this cat Big Hakah, he wearing a damn shirt that's like a Ouija board, man. Cause hey, if they want to go tit for tat, like we ain't gonna do that. But it's like you want to pick and choose what you like to call us out on. But it's all types of a Swiss cheese spirits among y'all, man. Things you cats go off on.
Yeah, Jake wanted to be popular, man. Even going back to the garden, Eve wanted to be popular. Yep. Like, look, what do the woman want today? To be popular.
Yeah.
Woman left the house, her wifely duties, her motherly duties to be what? Popular in Esau society.
Social media.
Yeah. That's why it's all about likes. And women don't have skill set. The serpent appeased Eve to be popular.
And it's vain.
Yeah.
It's vain. Because the women who should be popular, or like let's say Dr. Shahrazad Ali, certain women that have those platforms that correct our women, that's what should be popular.
Yeah.
But you mean to tell me you're supposed to be popular because you have naked? Yeah. But that's Jake. Jake coming to the knowledge, and they still had that mentality in high school. I want to be that guy. But like, where did you build for the next man? Like what was told with us, like when it comes to the camp leaders, man. If the men in your camp can't hold down a lesson, then your leadership trash. So if the men in your camp, they can't break down no breakdowns, they can't go into the revelation. They can just read what you tell them to read, then your leadership is trash, man. If you can't build a better version of yourself, then you're trash.
Yeah.
If all your men are just standing soldiers waiting your command, cheerleader, but they can't go out there and do if you can't replicate yourself or build another version or a better version, then you're trash, man.
Yeah, and collectively, that's all these camps, I mean, just being honest.
Yep, no, it's fact.
Because y'all don't come in the energy of your house shy, man.
Because Jake fall for what appeals to him.
Yep.
Jake likes that sparkly fake shit. I learned that dealing with Jake, man. Jake is shit on value. Don't get mad when Eve overlook you. Don't get mad because Jake doesn't have an eye for quality.
Yeah, they can't identify it.
They can't identify it. That's why like heathen, they're like, Well, that's why heathen guys like men, they respect you for it. Because they see that greatness, that value in you, like you're not a regular nigga. But Jake only responds to sparkly bullshit. The man and a woman. And even when it comes to this truth, they assess you based on, they all marching in order. They Israelite camp, they all wear the same color uniform. They look good marching. That's why Charleston White got on your ass. Like, y'all ain't doing shit. That nigga. But Jake, that's another thing in the spirit, man. Jake can't get over that sparkly bullshit, man. Yeah. Jake you got it, brother. I was just gonna say, Jake falls, 2/3 of our people, they fall for what appeals to them. The man does, the woman does. Nobody's over anybody. They both fall for the same sparkly bullshit. You got it, brother.
This is Luke chapter 20, verse 46. Beware of scribes which desire to walk in long roads.
Woo!
Wow. Yeah, that was a banger right there.
And love greeting in the markets.
Yep. Hey, love, bro, like greeting in the markets. Yep. Love being acknowledged.
That's the comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the comment board. That's when you're doing the formation and everybody notice you.
Yep.
got it.
And the highest seats in the synagogue.
And we're not hating on you. You don't think we're not hating
I
on
love
you.
saying that shit.
We're not hating on you. We're not hating on your views. But pride is the way that leads to destruction. You're not even telling the main thing you need to tell with to see him, man.
Yeah. When you look at all them different debates that all these cats been having, and even it's a new one coming up. I think between I want to say Fopi and ICPK dealing with the 12 tribe chart.
Yeah.
It's like, what does that accomplish?
Yep.
You know, you going in circles, man. Like we know it's the truth. Like why is there a discussion?
Like I said, you're not legacy minded. Because a legacy, you finna build everything for the greater benefit. It's all about the brand of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's all about that legacy. You on some sparkly bullshit, man. And that's all the strange woman is. That's all the false doctrine is. It's sparkly bull crap, man. But Jake, I'm telling you, through the spirit, I believe it, man. The nature of our people is they fall for what appeals to them. And they can't look past. Well, you remember high school? You vetted somebody's importance based on what they're wearing. If those wearing off-brand clothes, it's already some points lost, nigga. Nobody knew you. You know you didn't play those sports.
Yeah.
Fuck your character.
Yeah, right.
You know, fuck your character.
The car your mama drive.
The car your mama drive. You know, Jake fought for that sparkly BS, and they came into this truth, and it's a stumbling block for you. Our straightness and simplicity and roughness, it's a stumbling block.
That's why Jay can't let them fitted caps go, man. Like, you know why they talk?
Yeah, come on, because you
know?
can't get over nigga culture. Don't you know that Amalek knows your nature, nigga? Oh, these niggas like sparkly bullshit. They're like the big booty woman. These niggas 50 still trying to be cute for Eve.
I'd sell to a Negro.
How to sell to a Negro? That's not these niggas. They just anything shiny and easy distracts them. You think Amalek didn't figure that out? You know,
You know how you get the little red beans if you got a cat in the house?
Yeah.
And you put that red bean in the wall, that cat trying to get it. And any way you want to move it, that cat going. But that's how you see it. They dangling pretty things in front of Jake, and wherever he move it, how he want to do it, Jake all for it. He going to it.
Yep. And that's how you get baited in with the titles on your YouTube page, and baited in a large amount of Jake. The Most High not dealing with the masses. What you got, bro?
And the chief rooms at feast.
Yeah. You got the chief rooms, chief positions,
Yeah.
Chief. That word chief.
Chief priest. Yeah.
chief priests, man. Because we're not here to have titles, my nigga. We're not here to be chief nobody. It's not about us. When you do your videos and when you do the works, that ain't about you.
Right.
Now let's say you have something else going on, another platform where you sold a product. That's about you. But this right here, this is spirit. This right here is about Yahweh Bashmal Shai. F for our names. We have a name in the kingdom. It's all about the brand, and you niggas can't even give him a name. You niggas can you want a name. Your men get upset when we'll say your name right. It don't really matter what the name of Yahweh Bashmal Shai's name is.
Yeah. And then when you look at, well, like I said, beginning with Yahweh Shema Shai, but the men that he set up over us, basically, when it comes to these other groups, in particular, the leadership among them, they all downgrade our leaders.
Yeah.
I remember this one video, man. You had this one cat, either he was a part of House of Israel, which you know that's about them. He was a part of y'all, he was in the audience. But basically, he had to get credit to Elder Pastor Har on something, and Sabat pretty much quickly shut the guy down. They're like dude, you a nigga.
But everybody learned from the apostle.
You know?
Everybody was branched off from the apostle. Then they get their own platform and they act like they never learned from.
Yeah. Nate.
Yep. Sakari.
Yes.
You know, everybody they learned from the apostle, but then when they branch off and build their own thing, they act like they didn't have a foundation, man. You know? You got it.
Like what that saying say, there's too many chiefs.
Yeah, and not enough Indians.
Not enough Indians.
Yeah.
They all want to be the shit. Every one of them want to be the shit.
But wait till Esau put his foot down. And it's probably gonna happen in Jackson, Mississippi first, man. At this rate, man. So now the 800 dudes y'all got marching down the street. We'll see how hard they are when they go head to head with Esau. You know, you got to go head to head with tanks and Navy SEALs and United Nations soldiers. Yeah, all that hoorah formation stuff go out the window, man.
Yeah, there's like been recent talk as of late, like among the citizens of Jake, like down here in Jackson, like you got to get the troops in here to make these niggas act right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So they gonna do that shit.
Like
Man.
Uncle Rucker, I'm with it.
Because the most, that's how you know the so-called white man is of Yahweh.
Yeah.
That's Yahweh's boy. Because, hey, what did King David say? Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, man.
Yep.
That's his chastity rod. So the only thing that get 2/3 right is that boy,
Yep.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yep.
He might eat you niggas, man. Woo!
As a nigga come out and wrestle, niggas come down there. What when they come to the ring,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Put this, the Lord said the sword is sharpened, man. And see, Jake, like you say, Jake's mind frame is on soap opera, man. Like, if you get that definition soap opera, look up soap opera, and go into it. And this is what Jake want to make the ministry, because like you say, Jake, it's a lot of Jake, because you got the black culture, and nigger culture is a subculture of black culture.
Yeah.
But now you got Israelite niggas is a subculture of nigger culture,
Yeah,
man.
brother. Yeah.
That's why they want to bring that soap opera, because that's all they seen their aunties and shit do, man.
And you know, and the apostle Tahar was through the spirit. He didn't let women in the congregation.
Yeah.
Now you got sisters who follow the Lamb,
Yeah.
but actually us having establishments, there's women there.
Yeah.
That's what get Jake wilding out.
Yep.
That's what Jake get start ego tripping, and it's all about that name and that fame. Cause he want the women, man.
Yep.
When you take women out the element of women out, then Jake is back sober minded, man.
Yeah, Jay don't want to be serious.
Nope.
Get that definition real quick.
It's the definition of soap opera, a television or radio drama series dealing typically with daily events in the lives of the same group of characters.
Yo, read it one more time.
A television or radio drama series.
A television or radio drama series. And Jake is on the internet daily, so it's really like a series. Okay, go ahead.
Dealing typically with daily events in the lives of the same group of characters.
With daily events of the lives of the same group of characters, man. That's why Jake is caught up into, okay, what's the car got to say today? Okay, what GMS gonna say today? They look at the truth of the soap opera, man. They'll watch a 2-hour video just to wait on the brother to say something about Sakari. They'll watch a car video to see what they gonna say about GMS. They'll watch IUIC video to see what they gonna say about this, because Jake look at the truth like a soap opera, man. You know? This ain't what this about. Like, Jake don't understand what this is about, man. And this is what these past few weeks have shown, that Jake don't really understand what's happening in the earth, man. We fell off. We done. I don't want nobody to look at my day-to-day life as trash. You know?
That's right.
I want to big up myself. Trash. Okay? We gonna be what we supposed to be when Howard Shot come back, man.
Yeah.
You know, I got a quick precept too, bro. This Proverbs 13 and 22, it says, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children,
Right.
and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just.
And we can't do that here. You know? Like, what's the best you could do? Like, you got some men, they'll get their son on at a certain job that they had, you know, where they worked at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or, I mean, like what? It's no real wealth left here, man. Like, really, we have what's called generational curses.
And through the spirit, when he left, like High Priest Ariah, he left that 12 tribes. That was a legacy.
Yep.
He left his portion of the truth to us, and we didn't have to dig for it.
He said his children.
So we're his, because we're his children.
Yeah.
And we're at Apostle Har's children through the spirit.
Because you look at it, he left, like I say, he was legacy minded. A lot like go to the breakdowns, the Hebrew we speak, the salute. That's an ungrateful nigga, man. He really is a nigga. Yeah, they'll salute, but then get on camera and talk shit. You know? That's how Jake do, but going back to legacy minded, you know, his portion in the faith, you know, when you look at it, we're an extension of that man's labor through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. You know? You look at this brothers having camp over there. Like, that man played a part in that. Like you saying, he franchised, you know. Hey, the style, like he laid a heavy foundation for what you see. brothers in Dallas teaching right now. That's an extension of the labels of high priest Ariah. You know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shah that gave him that portion, man, and his elders. Then they said when he was a young boy, he was around Elder Abba Bivens, man.
He grew up in the truth.
Yeah, come on, man.
You know, and it wasn't like, because you know, you have certain Jakes, they may have grew up as like temple Israelites. You know, they probably know they're Israelite, but you know, not knowing from which tribe. You know, they believe the so-called white man is Japhet, or you know, they pretty much only believe the so-called Negroes in America are Israelites. You know, we call them temple Israelites. High Priest Ariah didn't grow up like that. He grew up in the true truth. You know, now you imagine that, man. You know, under his father Yaquab, the Iquab. You know, like that's big. That's history. We can speak on it a little bit, but we don't even know too much about, man.
All we know is where we got it from.
Right.
And we let our elders tell the stories. Yeah. But that's I hate you niggas because we all supposed to be Israel, yeah. But you don't honor the culture of Israel or having honor of your fathers. Yeah. People say honor thy father and mother. Wisdom is the mother, yeah. But the father is the men who taught us, man. And you niggas are ungrateful, but here you are speaking Hebrew. Here you are got a 12 tribe sign next to you, man. Are you guys here?
You're a dumbass.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what you are. You talk all this shit about somebody you don't fucking know, and you're using it, what you were blessed with, you still talking shit. Don't use the motherfucker no more then.
Yeah.
Make your own shit up.
Get rid of the tribe.
Yeah.
Get rid of the shit.
Yeah.
So I say shit, get rid of it.
Yeah, just have a 12 tribe sign and have all this empty.
Yeah, you might as well have the Crips, put the Crips, the Bloods, Vice Lord, because they give them reverence. Yeah. You know, he defend the Crips. You know, some Crips do community work. Nigga, how can you terrorize the community then hand out a bite the next day? Yeah.
You know how much bloodshed it
Crips? Yeah. Nigga, you push poison in the neighborhood. You shoot up majority of the niggas you grew up with, okay? And then you buy, 12 bikes on Christmas and then you see the community work, man. That's some bullshit, man. Okay? That shit played out, man. That good gangster role, Jake tried to, that shit played out, man. Oh, okay?
But that's the Sakari spirit. Yeah. You know? Sticks at camp. You know, hey, we ain't out here with sticks, man. You know?
It's a stick.
Yeah, that's right, brother.
We got 8 stick at camp, man.
That's right.
Technically 2 that joined the 2 went.
That's right, bro.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 17. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honors, especially those who labor in the word and doctrine.
Woo. And we can bring it back to our apostles.
Yeah.
We know that when they was doing the works and when they was doing the research, there was no fucking YouTube. Mm. There was really no internet like that.
Right.
Yeah.
They were going to libraries.
Teaching before YouTube.
And teaching before YouTube. Not if I can still water. Not seeing something happen create the illusion it never happened. So you never saw them teaching before YouTube, and they created the illusion that they weren't teaching.
But they got cassettes.
They got cassettes, man. Yeah, they got the camera, the thing over the camera, man.
Yeah.
All right, we got the old footage.
Yeah.
All right.
Videotapes,
Yeah, man. I was born in '89. Guess when I was born right before 1990. Guess when Elder Apostle Gabar came into the truth? 1990.
Yep.
So that means he been teaching since I was fucking born, man. So name me something negative that I can say about him, man. And one thing that you find out about your actual fathers, your biological fathers, is that they were not perfect. Yeah. But you still honor your fathers, man. All right, and you are part of what they taught you, man.
Yeah. And that's how you know who the Lord's men are, because that's not our mindset. We know about the video footage. You look back at going back to 2007, because in 2007, 2008, we see a lot of them videos. Our apostles getting on the so-called God said comforter. They got Tazadakia, and they were speaking about High Priest Ariah. We've been hearing about that. you know, since the Lord woke us up.
Right.
But that's not the example that they gave us. And, you know, we don't come in that spirit. And then, hey, scripture say, whoso curse a father or mother shall die to death, man.
But you know what? You're that 2/3, man. You have a dishonorable spirit, man. Because everybody who's dishonorable, they got their own platform.
Yep.
Everybody who's dishonorable, they want to be honored.
Yep.
They want that face,
Yeah,
man.
all about them.
All about them, man. You don't respect your father, but you want your kids to respect you, man. You know?
Just like your mother, your father and mother get in an argument, your father gonna tell you to stop respecting your mother. You know? That ain't got that's them. You know? Now what did you say? Stay in the child's place. That needs to be a lesson, man.
Yeah.
Stay in the child's place, man.
We ain't got no business talking about
Yeah, and there's the dynamic between him. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Coach Love. Okay, bro. Y'all can say like my brother, they get mad at my uncle, or my dad, they argue. I told my brother, let them take that shit to you.
Right.
I said, brother, that shit.
Y'all saw what with basketball? The basketball players, mom and dad was arguing. You go to your girlfriend's house. Oh shit, they doing too.
Yeah, when you go to tomb, let's say even a fool is counted what? A fool is counted wise when he holds the tomb.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, some things you should just keep silent about, man. And you would seem like a smarter guy because you ain't put yourself out there.
Yeah, and you notice it's all spiritual. Because these men all go back. The leaders of these other groups that our apostles know, like, you know, Johanna, Bishop Nate. Now, although, you know, they full of it in their different ways, but at least they had enough integrity to still honor that man, though.
Right.
But you got a new cat, you know what I'm saying? Even Johanna had got on Alizé's ass, man. He got on him a little bit. Cause you had no right, you wasn't back there, man.
Right.
You know?
It's distasteful, man.
Yeah.
That's what we call like close to you know?
Boy, clapping out of beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, sit down. You ain't making no sense. And you make everything look bad.
Hey, I like who's on something.
Yeah, real. I got something.
All right, you got it, bro.
And this is Sirach, chapter 8, verse 8. It says, well, I started at 6. It says, dishonor not a man in his old age, for even some of us wax old.
Yeah, hey, because, you know, you may have elderly parents, you know, or, you know, you may have like a certain uncle or you know, the older, you know, stepfather. They may lose their wits, you know, their scruples, you know, when they reach a certain age, man. They experience what Esau Edom calls dementia. You know, they can be disoriented, you know, may not know where they at or what time period they in. May forget your name, you know. But you don't dishonor him, man. You know that, okay, you know, he's not where he used to be mentally because of his age, man.
You don't get impatient and start talking to him crazy.
Yep, yeah, and that's the main part, you know. Because that can happen to you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and another thing I'm saying too, and people act like nobody can go off. They act like they fucking perfect. They act like they don't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? We all go off. All right, but you can't say shit to somebody that taught you everything, bro. Everything you can't say nothing to them. You don't even know them. All right, you just straight talking shit and don't know nobody. And I said, everybody go off, all right? But I don't have the like, and I see I came up with him, and I might confront him, but guess what? I don't know him, so I ain't gonna talk bad about nobody like that, you know what I'm saying? But you niggas don't even know the man and talk so much shit, man. Y'all just piss me off, really. I see you listen to your video and you talk all that shit, man. The Lord gonna deal with y'all, bro. The Lord gonna deal with you.
I got a quick one. Job 32:9. Great men are not always wise. Neither do the aged understand judgment.
Right, and ultimately, that's why we always go, we revert back to the scriptures. What Elder High Priest Ariah did, it was for a reason, man. You know, it was like the brother said, ultimately we all go off, You know, but what he did specifically, that's why we believe through the Spirit that has to be him. You know, that it makes sense. You know, hey, because whatever the Lord has a man doing, and wherever he places you in life, that's all orchestrated by the Heavenly Father anyway. But for the Lord to give him that large portion of truth, but it got to a point to where he started thinking differently. It didn't make sense because with the information the Lord gave him, he pretty much he saw it. He saw the kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? So it took the Lord doing something to bring him to that point, man. But like the apostles been saying through the Spirit, y'all don't know if he repented or not before he passed, man. That's because all these jakes, you really just wanted to condemn him. And like Brother Tazwan said, you don't know him. And then, although he went off, what if the Heavenly Father looks at that man as perfect, man? You know?
You got to understand, going back, he got a heavy portion of the Spirit, like he was close friends with somebody.
Yeah.
You figure it out. Because if you if that's your guy, he gonna know more than everybody else. Like, you gonna be cool, you know, everybody. But if that's your guy, you gonna tell him a little more. You gonna go a little more detail, you know. So hey, we'll see. You know, good luck with that shit. Yeah, bro.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord.
And it's spiritual too. Although you may see the elder high priest Sariah and even King Masha in those older videos, they wearing hats. Guess what? They still had their heads uncovered. Right. Unlike you characters, man. You know? But yeah, hey, read it again, bro.
Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord.
Because, hey, another thing too, the Lord, because he does everything, you know, for particular reasons, he could have did that, you know, to Elder High Priest Ariah just to get a reaction out of you niggas, man. You know, to see what, and look what you did. You know? Hey, many of the Lord, and the Lord's prophets are stumbling blocks, like the brother just said, man. The Lord would have his men do particular things just to see what Jake would do, man. You know? But hey, it makes sense. Yeah, you got it, bro.
Verse 9. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts.
Yeah, and you didn't realize how many people you just put in danger with your behavior, man. You know? All the people that's affected by what you did, man, that's close to you. You know? Because the Lord, like you always go into, when you read the scriptures, man, the Lord will cut off whole houses, man. You know? you speak against one of his beloved, he can get rid of your whole house. You know? Take what's close to you, what you love, man. Because you spoke against a man that he loved. All right?
So you got it. I got it. This is Sirach 8 and 8. It says, despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs, for of them thou shalt learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learned of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding and to give answer as need required. And that's another thing, like, we're learning to be nobility, man. And even within nobility, there's a thing of honor. Like, even you go back to Alexander the Greek, you know, when he conquered Persia, he allowed, Darius was on the run, but Alexander the Greek allowed Darius' family to live the same lifestyle they was living before, you know? Because he had a reverence for Darius. But then when Darius died, like, he cried, you know? Because he had like a reverence for him. This is an Edomite. But see, Jake, that nigga culture have you on such a low frequency. That's what I'm saying. We're learning how to be nobility, man. And even in nobility, even your worst enemy, there's still a type of integrity that you have, man.
Yes, certain
you know, certain type of honor. But Jake don't have that. But we learned that from my apostle elders on how to be. You know,
David and Saul.
Yeah.
You know, that was honor.
That's the chiefest example.
Yeah.
Because Saul was David's elder.
Yeah.
Saul probably was in his 50s. David's like 16, 17, you know? He couldn't just treat Saul like his equal,
Yeah.
man. You know?
You're like, this is like the Lord, anointed one.
Yeah.
Man, and they like, good guy, be like, come on. You see what we're talking about, man? You see what we're talking about, y'all? They are talking so, man, that look. Them niggas disrespectful. I got one, bro.
Scripts go to every idle word.
That's what I got, bro.
Oh, it's a lot, bro.
That's what I got. That's what I got. It's Matthew 12:36. But I say unto you, that every idle word that man shall speak, that shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
The word idle means empty or vain. Like, man, what was that? What just came out your mouth? Because you see that video, man, and he said it like a couple times. Like, you can see the spirit on Alizé, like he meant it, but you don't know what you said though. You know? I mean, and you know, spirit, you know, been jumping around. We've been getting on, you know, different topics, but it just showed, hey, the Lord really didn't like that, man. And that's why out of everything we could be talking about, we talking about this right now. The Lord didn't like that, man. You know? Hey, the Lord gonna do something to you, Alizé. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga been talking shit for years. But you know, but now, like, whatever the Lord got saved for you is just deserved. Same guy that say he don't worship Yahweh, you know, he called El Pastor Yamla a little, you know, he was calling him names. I ain't gonna say it, you know. Even Apostle Har, which you wanna, you know, every once in a while reverence Apostle Har, because Apostle Har is a Levite. Yeah, you ain't right, man. You, Alizé, hey, man, you are not a man of the Lord, man. You know? You got it, bro.
At verse 37, for by the word that should be, it's like, for by thy word shall they be justified, and by the words that should be condemned.
Right, he's saying a tranny, what did the nigga say? A tranny has more hope. A Zaya Wade got more hope. Yeah, Zaya Wade and RuPaul got more hope. Oh boy. You know, which, you know, I watched a Pastor Yamla video on it. He was laughing, cause like, man, this is spoiled brat. But man, hey, the Lord he gonna smoke this cat, man.
He's a child, man.
Yeah.
You don't expect, like, they get to the point, this is his expected behavior, man.
Yeah.
Any opportunity to him to capitalize and get more attention, he gonna do it. He don't care that a child doesn't think about consequences. A child only thinks about the immediate gratification. You see? And it's a child, it's a lot of children that's in leadership positions in Israel, man. You know? And the children are gonna lead a lot of people to the slaughter, man. A lot of Israelites gonna be led to the slaughter following these characters, man. Cause this all Jake is a character, man. Jake got that podcast, you know, fresh and fit, you know, little thing. You know, that's the energy Jake come in like, like you say, Israel like that bullshit, that shiny shit. It's the popular crowd. But the popular crowd gonna get dealt with. Like, what he's doing, he's spearheading, all right, Jake to be out here with no hedge and Jacob's trouble, man.
Yeah.
That's where y'all going. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the back and forth, but this is where you going. Like, this is the reality of what's happening, man. You know?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
Yeah, see, there's another thing, Jake. There's another thing about black culture. It's cute to be reckless with your mouth. You know? That's popular. Niggas got whole careers off of it. Being reckless with their mouth, man. Controversy. You know? Saying the most disrespectful thing. That's a fruit of black culture, man. Yeah, okay? But see, now Jake is dealing with Allah Shaja, the almighty power. You know? It's gonna be a fearful thing to fall into his hands when he start opening up, man.
And that's the spirit, because earlier we were speaking about as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. During the time of Noah, they had to deal with Allah Shaja, man. And that's why the time of Jacob's trouble, there's not gonna be any other time like it, man. The Lord, he gonna fully open up on the earth, you know? Now, Jake really gonna get hit, you know? what I'm saying? Because I think you had spoke about it in one of your, your lessons. When anything bad happens in society, in most cases, it affects the poor first. And our people are poor. But it's going to affect the whole earth, man. Because when Yahweh Shema Shah comes in that terrible demon-like God energy, there's nothing you can do. You know? When them death angels come, you can't pay them off. You can't stop them. All right? They just going to go to work, man. You know? Now you got it.
This is Numbers chapter 12, verse 1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman.
What that had to do with them? Here it is. He's leading the nation. While y'all was at the house chilling, he's going before Pharaoh. He could have got beheaded. You know what I'm saying? He in the trenches.
Yep.
So who he married, what did that got to do with them?
And that's evil, man.
Yeah.
He was stealing your legacy as like a celebrity.
Yeah.
If you got an Edomite woman.
Yeah.
Now what about all the movies he did?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Same thing with Moses. He got a Cushite. That's the problem.
Yeah. But you be free now.
Right.
Now the slave, you know, you just talked about the Gulf of Suez, the split.
Yeah.
All this happened under his leadership.
Yeah.
You know, and now his woman getting the heat of the problem. Okay? Then Joseph had heat of him.
Say petty, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And they said that the Lord indeed spoke it only by Moses.
Yeah, and this is the energy of Jake. It's a hard no. What you say, Pastor Harsha retired. You know, y'all ain't got 100% true. You see? Jake hate greatness, man. And they don't want to see another Jake have confidence in being greatness, man. That's what go back to. Jake is comfortable with being popular slaves, man. Go ahead.
Has he not spoken also by us?
Yeah, the Lord dealing with us. You see? The Lord is dealing with us now. You know, we the new prophets on the block. Okay, go ahead.
And the Lord heard it.
Yep.
Now the man Moses was very meek.
Yeah, Moses was meek. You know? Moses was a meek man, and see, Jake took that as him being passive. You see? Go ahead.
Above all the men which were upon the face of the earth.
Yep, go ahead.
And the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacles of the congregation, and they three came out.
Yeah, because the scripture says that both sides heard what was said. You see, the both sides hearing what's being said now. You see? That's being reported up. What's being said is being reported up, man. Okay? Go ahead.
And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud.
The Lord came down himself in the chariot on behalf of Moses, man.
That's bad love.
Yeah, you can't just say anything. Like I said, them niggas respect Jay Prince because Jay Prince got what? Shooters and shit, you know, in Houston or whatever. So if you respect that, you ain't gonna respect this power. You know?
Man.
You ain't gonna respect this power. Here it is. Jacob, watch what they say about Big Meech. Nigga in prison.
Yeah.
You know? But the creator, his men, you ain't gonna be mindful of how you deal. You know? You know, most I pulled up in the chair, get y'all ass out here, man. You know? Go ahead.
And stood in the door of the tabernacle.
Yep.
And called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth.
Yeah, you two, come here. Yeah, you two, get here. You know, go ahead.
And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision. I will speak unto him in a dream.
Yeah, so if it's a prophet among you, I will speak with them in a vision and dream. But listen to this, go ahead.
My servant Moses is not so.
My servant Moses is not so. Go ahead.
Who is faithful in all mine house.
Who is faithful in all my house. That means Moses was handling his business in the spirit and the earth, man. He was holding it down, his leadership role, man. He hold down this position. Go ahead.
With him will I speak mouth to mouth,
Yep.
even apparently, and not in dark speeches.
Yeah, so he dealt with Moses on another level that he was dealing with everyone else, man. Okay? And Aaron and Miriam, you know, thought it was cool, you know, to murmur about Moses' life, man. You know? And murmur about Moses. And the Moses, he pulled up. And see, judgment finna pull up in the earth, man. And you see, all the plan and the soap opera finna stop. Go ahead.
And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold.
Yep.
Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses?
I was not afraid to speak against my servant Moses. And Jacob was moving with no fear. You got a lot of Israelites that have no fear. Comment board full of Israelites with no fear. Women talking shit. Okay? That same energy coming back, man. Go ahead.
And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them,
Yep.
and he departed.
Yep.
And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous.
Hey, Miriam became leprous. You know, so Moses pulled up and said, y'all, you know, this, you know, if I talk to a prophet, it's in a vision or a dream, but Moses, I deal with him in another way. And y'all weren't afraid to speak against him. Bet, and he pulled out. And then when he left, Miriam became leprous, man. Hey, you see? Instant judgment, man. And see, that's why Jake don't fear, because the judgment ain't instant. What's that, ain't, yeah, so judgment. I think Ecclesiastes 8 and 11 might be. You want to go back to that number. Ecclesiastes, regular, yep.
And the scripture goes into the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Yeah, 8 and 11.
So fearing the Lord is a wise thing.
Yeah.
But if you just gonna be babbling off with your mouth, letting anything roll off your tongue, man, against men who are clearly men of the Lord, man. You
Fell with dice roll.
hey man,
You have some loaded dice,
I
guys.
mean, shit. Yeah.
Playing with it. He put the house on loaded dice. Yeah.
It's Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Alright, because sin is against and God, I can't talk now. Hey, this is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sin is against an evil work, it's not expedient, it's not executed speedily.
Yep, because sin is against the evil work, it's not executed speedily. You know,
Therefore, the heart of the Son of Man is full of set in them that do evil.
hey, the heart of the Son of Man, their mind is fully set in them to do evil. See, because judgment is not instant. Okay? Jacob's mind was beginning with Esau. Esau, he's been on a tear for centuries. You know, he's been untouched. Okay? Ain't nobody been able to fuck with him. You know? But now, their energy is on Jacob. Because Jacob is just doing and saying what they want, and ain't nothing happen immediately. So now their whole mindset is to think of some more shit to say. Like he, you know, Jake like Alizé and you know, these other guys, they at the house now waiting on some more shit to say. You know, thinking of some more things to say. Yeah.
Searching for something.
Yeah. Searching, you know, going, you know, trying to find old videos and, you know. Because why? Sin is against evil work, is not executed expedient. You know? So let's finish that in Miriam. You see, the Lord, because like the brother said, we in the book of Acts all over again. You know, we can go back to that numbers. But let's get that real quick. Bob, let's get that Acts. Maybe chapter 5.
Acts 5.
Yep. 5 and yeah, let's get Acts 5 and 1. Hold that account, let's finish at Numbers 12. Yeah, we're gonna get that Act 5. Get that.
Verse 10. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous.
And see, you see that Miriam was the only one turned leper. Because she probably was spearheading the shit. You know, Aaron said, you know, because she got Miriam was their older sister.
You need to say something
Yeah,
about this.
Moses was baby boy. And then Aaron was Moses' older brother. And Miriam was, you know, she had to be like, you know, a bit older than them, you know? But she was already like a servant in Pharaoh's house when Moses was born, you know? So Miriam probably looked at that little bro, I changed her diapers, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know how Eve is, you know, talking shit. Okay, showing you that, hey, the woman was for sure out of pocket. Aaron was out of pocket, co-signing the shit. You see? But she was out of pocket for even speaking on it, man. There's a lot of women on these comment boards these last few days, few weeks. Alright? You gonna see when the lights go out in America, we gonna see, man. You know? Go ahead.
And Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee.
Hey, what Aaron called me? What he called Moses?
Alas, my Lord.
My Lord, now it's my Lord. You talking shit.
Straightened up.
Yeah, now he call him Moses his Lord. Okay? After he seen, you know, Moses ain't playing with their ass, man. Okay? So now he got some gift right. It was some respect in that day.
Yeah, straight.
Go ahead.
I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us,
Yep.
wherein we have done foolishly.
Yeah, we tripping. we tripping. You know? Go ahead.
And wherein we have sinned.
Go ahead.
Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb.
Yep, go ahead.
And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, Hear her now, O Most High, I beseech thee. And the Lord said unto Moses, If her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days?
Yep, go ahead.
Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days, and after that let her be received in again.
Yeah, so most I put her ass out there in the wilderness, man. 7 days. Alright?
And another thing, and guess what? And that's a woman. Aaron, did anything happen to Aaron? No. You women love to run your fucking mouth. And you tell you the brother saying, there's a lot of y'all on the comment board talking shit. He put this bitch out of camp. Alright? 7 days. He ain't do nothing to Aaron, but he did something to this woman. So you better choose your word wisely, man.
And Aaron had to go through Moses so Moses can ask for mercy. You see? You know what I'm saying? So, see, everything gonna fall in place, man. Otherwise, just things away. Jake gotta play a part because Jake gotta earn. Jake is earning Jake in trouble.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Jake is earning Jake in trouble. You know? Like once you get to that, you know, like you play a video game, you get to a certain level, you level up, you know, Jake is, you know, Jake is getting all the bonus points and everything, man. You know? You see? That was good stuff. Let's get that Acts.
All right, this is the book of Acts, chapter 5, starting the first 1.
And the Lord know how to get niggas' attention, man. And like I said, you women, you Israelite women, especially the other congregation on the coming board, we'll see, man. We're gonna see, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 1. But a certain man named Ananias, with Sapphira, his wife, sold a possession and kept back from them the price. His wife also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet.
Yeah, so here it is. You had the famine of the land, and what people were doing was selling their things and getting the money and bringing it to the church. The church would distribute it accordingly. you know, so everyone would be good, okay? But you had this certain couple, okay, that held back part of their possession, and then they came and they lied, okay? And we're gonna see how it turned out. Go ahead.
Verse 3. But Peter said, Ananias, why has Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Spirit
Yeah, go ahead.
and to keep back part of the price of the land?
Go ahead.
Whilst it remained, was it not thine own? And after it was sold, was it not thine own power? Why hast thou conceived this thing in thy heart?
Yeah, so Jake trying to be slick.
Mr. Finesse.
Yeah. And that's Jake's spirit. Jake think they really getting over and finesse. You see? Why does Jake think like that? Because judgment ain't happening instantly.
Right.
You see, in the ancient on the get that in Hebrews 10, like 29. What you got, bro?
But thou hast not lied unto men, but unto the Most High.
Yep, y'all lied to the Most High. And see, Jake don't see that they're being disrespectful. See, that's the thing about it. And see, the Most High knows how to put Jake in a trick bag. Because Jake look at us, them niggas, you know, like they were looking at Moses, this little brother, you know. And look at you, how you Joseph's son, you know.
Right. The common
Yeah, Jake always trying to minimize who you is so they can be disrespectful. You know, but the Most High always set Jake up. High Priest Ariel is a setup. There's a lot of Jakes in the trap. You better hope he ain't who we believe he is, man. You beyond done.
Man,
Huh?
just want to be in them shoes.
That's his best guy. All right.
Verse 5. And Ananias, hearing these words, fell down and gave up the spirit.
Truth.
Out of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
A great fear came on all them that heard this thing.
Hey, and what happened? Great fear.
Great fear.
The Lord know how to get niggas' attention. You just wait. Okay? Get your popcorn. Because everything is you know, is entertainment. Get your popcorn. The Lord know how to get niggas' attention, man.
Take up one of the best parts of the movie.
Yeah, he know how to get niggas alert. Yeah. All right? Night. Niggas, you know, and this is just, you know, Jake, how you doing, man? This is Jake, you know, holding back money.
Yeah.
Night. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7. It was about the space of 3 hours after, when his wife, not knowing what was done, came in.
Yeah, she come in. Yeah.
Happy.
Shalom. Shalom, Pocky. Shalom, Elder. Go ahead.
All good.
Yeah. Head wrap, you know, probably.
Yeah. Looking just ready.
Yeah. Friend is dragging, you know.
Getting a couple of grapes.
Friend is dragging all across the desert.
Man.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. And Peter answered unto her, tell me whether ye sold the land for so much.
He tried it.
And he said,
she had an opportunity to come tell the truth, right?
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And she said, yea, for so much. Then Peter said unto her, how is it that ye have agreed together to tempt the spirit of the Most High?
Yeah, they tempt the spirit of the Most High. Go ahead.
Behold, the feet of them which have buried thy husband are at the door.
Yeah.
It's going down.
Yeah.
You about to go down.
Yeah, 3 hours later. Okay, back to back. You see?
That's like an
Yeah.
instant death row. He
Yeah.
telling you finna die.
Yeah, and then she didn't know her husband was dead.
Didn't even know.
Yeah, so yeah, the same people that drug their husband out, they at the door.
Wait, just wait.
Go ahead.
And shall carry thee out.
Yeah.
Then she fell down straightway at his feet.
Night. Okay?
And yielded up the ghost, so like it yielded up the spirit. And the young men came in and found her dead and carried her forth, buried her by her husband.
Yep. So 2 deaths quick.
3 hours.
So what? So the Lord can give fear.
Yep.
See, the Lord, get that real quick in Psalm 9:16, Bible. 9 to 16. They gonna get the Lord know how to get, and He finna do this in the earth. You see, like you go to Exodus, the death of the firstborn, like He knew how to, you know, that He was hard in Pharaoh's heart, but He knew how to bust him up. You know, the death of firstborn, Pharaoh was devastated. You know, go ahead.
And it's Psalms 9 and 16.
Yep.
The Most High is known by His judgment,
Yep.
which He executed, the wicked is strange in the work of His own hands.
Yeah, so the wicked is snared in the work of their own hands. The Lord is known for the judgment which He executed. And He gonna start opening up on Israelites, man. Judgment shall first begin at the house of Israel. He gonna start opening up on Jake, man, in ways he gonna be like, God damn. He know how to get niggas' attention, man. Okay? And you women gonna shut the fuck up soon, man. Okay? America has created the worst batch of women the earth has ever seen, man. That's why regular Jake leaving the goddamn country, man. And like I say, Eve just trying to find a new home because the earth, this is regular society ain't playing out her way anymore, man. The gig is up. Okay? And a lot of these women just throwing these head wraps on and learning 3-4 Hebrew words and, you know, showing up to the lives. Okay? Bringing that housewife energy, you know. This ain't nothing to play with. See, Jake finna see in a major way, because what words don't teach, adversity will, man. Let's get there. Man, if I look at the exit 12 and 27.
Hebrews chapter 10, verse 29.
Yep.
Of how much sore punishment
Let's start at 26.
is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26.
Yep.
For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin.
Yeah, so Jake is being willful. You know? Jake is being willful as hell. Ain't no more sacrifice for Jake doing what you want to do after you know what's required, man. Ain't no more sacrifice, man. Okay? What's gonna be the outcome? Go ahead.
But a certain fearful looking for judgment and fiery indignation.
Hey, judgment and fiery indignation. Jake act like Luke's ain't on the way. Like, you should be in your best behavior.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Nukes. I still remember the first time, you know, heard brothers going to the Nuke.
Butterfly.
Yeah, you shit. You know? You start, you know, throwing out the Christmas shit out.
Everything.
Yeah. You know? Hey, but Jake act like Nukes ain't coming, man.
Jake don't believe.
Yeah. Jake wilding. And the worst time with Jake wilding, here it is. Russia breaking all treaties with America. You know? NATO building them, its forces Poland. Okay? Russia just sent out their nuclear fleets, and they got submarines that America can't contain.
Kim Jong
Yeah.
practicing again.
Yeah, he got hypersonic missiles.
Really?
You know this Lord involved. They got hypersonic. You know?
Let the weak say I'm strong.
Hey, let's go.
But Jake don't believe.
Yeah, and they come in here. There's a lot of missiles just for niggas, man.
Ground zero.
Yeah, it's a lot of missiles. And it's a Russian engineer putting a warhead on the projectile, you know, just for Devontae, man.
Wasn't there a German or Russian engineer that they traded for the basketball player team?
Yeah, the Russian Marine. He was like a special force, like KGB.
He like he could get any kind of weapon,
Yeah,
He
like
back on the job.
Yeah, on them.
Back on the job.
And you got, you know, yeah. And you got
That ain't no, that didn't even make their ears go. They didn't even wonder about that.
yeah,
Man.
they happy she's back.
Right.
But then Russia done got, you know,
And they done got their guy.
the Russian James Bond back out there, you know. But
Bought us back on
niggas don't know. Niggas don't know what's going on in the earth. A nigga don't know. A nigga don't know what's going on past what they can see.
Right.
You know, niggas don't know how nothing on the earth works. Like you just, study niggas. Niggas don't know how nothing on earth works. Nigga, woman, for damn sure don't know what's going on, man.
That's why when that time comes, they gonna be talking about what Lord, Lord. He gonna say, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. I haven't known thee. Yeah, y'all better wake up, man. Y'all better wake up, man. Hey, the Lord is on his way back, man. If you ain't paying attention to all the things that's going on, hey, the Lord has sent forth the prophets, man. We're doing it now. That's pretty y'all about showing y'all shots. Warning you people, all the destruction is coming. Pointing out to you the thing you should be looking for and seeing to give you notice that, hey, there's a higher power at work, man. But hey, as the brother brought out earlier, man, the days of Noah, man, y'all still running around, having fun, kicking it, but the doors of mercy are closing, man.
And that's why, hey, what we was talking about earlier, the troops coming to Jackson.
Come on.
Yes.
Them niggas here, they just want the word.
The Uncle Ruckus spirit, you niggas. Yes.
It's been too long.
It's been too long. You got it.
Hey, can I say this?
Yeah.
Because I did a video last night. Hey, guess what? In Tennessee, they trying to bring goddamn hanging, lynching back in Tennessee.
Yeah.
So, hey, y'all better get your fucking mind together. Y'all better get your mind right.
He finna get right. Yeah. That's another thing. Like, oh, this what he built. Oh, goddammit. Hey, he like, shit. Shit, I've been waiting, goddammit.
Been waiting.
Yeah. You know, that's why we need a head. That's why we pray to be passed over, man. Sometimes we cry out and rebellious, man. Go ahead.
But a certain fearful looking for judgment and fire indignation, which shall devour the adversaries.
Yeah, go ahead.
He that despises Moses' law died without but 3 witnesses.
And he that despised Moses' law died without mercy with 2 or 3 witnesses. So 2 brothers said he did it, he's done.
So, without mercy.
We seen him coming from, he came from over there, You see?
It was him.
They gonna grab his ass up, all right? And they, they gonna Randy Johnson's ass, man, with them stones, man. Okay? You know what I'm saying?
No mercy.
You done, yeah. Go ahead.
How much sore punishment?
How much sore punishment? Remember, with Moses, 2 Israelites agreed that you did that through. How much sore punishment? Go ahead.
Suppose ye shall he be though worthy, who have trodden under the foot the Son of the Most High, and have counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified in an unholy thing.
Yeah, so they treat the sacrifice of Yahushua, Jake tell you not to worship Yahushua. Jake not calling on the name. Jake still calling on Christ. Right. So you mean Yahushua did all this, you can't call his name? You see? How much sore punishment is it going to be? See, Jake don't realize how real this is, man. Jake is still got a housewives of Atlanta mindset about the truth, man. Okay, go ahead.
And have done despite unto the spirit of grace.
Yep, despite unto the spirit of grace. Jake is using that grace spirit to wild out. Go ahead.
For we know him that has said, vengeance belongeth unto me, I will recompense, said the Lord. And again, the Lord shall judge his people.
The Lord shall judge his people. The Lord finna get Israel mind right, man. Okay? The Lord finna get Israel mind right. It's finna be some eye-opening moments. It's finna be some, what they call shock factors. What's finna happen to Israel with judgment, man. Go ahead.
I got a quick one for you. Quick enough? Yeah. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul, and they that hate me love death.
They that hate me love death. You are praying
I love that. Hey, that's great bump right there, though. Hey, he that hate me love devil. And you people that we out here week in, week out. We pushing videos. Hey, if you ain't trying to get your mind together now, before this Jacob trouble come, hey, you can be called back there. Hey, I can't help you. These brothers can't help you. Hey, you just be asked out. That's all it is.
So if you hate Yahweh Shai, you hate love devil.
That's right.
And if you hate order,
That's right.
if you hate being in order, you love devil. You know? I got a good.
This is Proverbs 13:13.
Oh, yeah.
Whosoever despises the word shall be destroyed.
Yeah, and don't the word say women shut the fuck up? Shut your ass up. Okay?
You don't know nothing.
Yeah. Or it tell you how to deal with your elders. It tell you not to deal with your elders like you deal with your brother, man. Okay? Scripture tell you that. So you despise the word, you're gonna be destroyed. You despise or you're deliberately being rebellious. Okay? The majority of Israelites that know they're Israelites are in open rebellion, man. That's why our scripture say the public and the harlots gonna make it before a lot of jakes that know they're Israelites, man. We see exactly what, like, Yahweh Shai sermons make more sense as we see the behavior of those that know that they're Israelites, man. Go ahead.
But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
He that fear the commandment shall be rewarded. Hey, it's a blessing to move in fear. Because fear is keeping us in check, man.
Yeah.
Well, we got, like, we consider things before we say and do. We're like, nah, we consider. You know, and that's the benefit of the fear of the Lord. You know? Yes, I'm saying.
Oh no, I'm gonna say if you know an iron is hot, it done burnt you once. You know, you should wise up and know not to touch it no more, man. You know, but so if you've been in the world doing all kind of wickedness, man, and the Lord, you know what I'm saying, pulls you to that light, man, that truth, man, and you start being rebellious, thinking you better than your elders and your apostles, talking about things you don't know, man, then you can't have fear of the Lord, man. Because he has shown you, and by the teaching of the apostles and elders, of things that happens, man, things that be going on according to the scriptures. The brother that brought out the account with Miriam, man, brought out the account with Ananias and his wife, man. Okay, so if you believe in the truth, if you believe in Yahweh Shem outside, you will understand that these accounts was real, man. So therefore, in this time, nothing is new on the sun. What was will be. You know what I'm saying? We're living the latter end now, so you don't think the Lord is going to bring judgment upon you for your doing blasphemy? You know what I'm saying? Changing up the doctrine, the scriptures, you know, being disrespectful to your hoary heads. Hey, every idle word shall be weighed, man. These things are being reported to the Heavenly Father, man, by way of the angels, man. You're going to have to give an account for it. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 27. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, starting at verse 26. And it shall come to pass, when your children say unto you, what mean ye by this service? That ye, verse 27, that ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord Yahweh Passover, who passed over the house of the children of Israel in Egypt.
Because the Lord was going to do things, all right, that was going to be talked about even to this day. See, the Lord was getting ready to make examples in the earth. Okay? He's going to do the same thing now. The Lord is going to get ready to make examples. He's going to get the earth's attention with his judgment, man. Go ahead.
When he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, and the people bowed their heads and worshiped. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord Yahweh had commanded Moses and Aaron, so they did. Verse 29, and it came to pass that at midnight the Lord Yahweh smote all the firstborns in the land of Egypt.
At midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt. So the children of Israel was obedient, they did what the Lord said, and they was covered. Okay? But now the Lord is being active on what? The enemies of Israel, man. Our oppressor. Go ahead.
From the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive.
Yeah, so even the Pharaoh who was on the throne to Egyptians that was in prison, they firstborn died, man. You know? The Lord touched everything in Egypt, man. Okay? And this was swift judgment. You see, go ahead.
And the captives that was in the dungeon,
Yep.
and all the firstborns of cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, and he and all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt.
Yep.
For there was not a house where there was not one dead.
Yep. So the Lord got their attention through judgment. This is what the Lord is going to do now. He's going to get the earth's attention through judgment, man, from the elites on down to the servants of this kingdom, man. Okay? The Most High is going to get their attention through judgment. Okay? Go.
Hey, with that, we hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
Double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops, of great millstone, Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wealth to us, David the elect. Baba, Baba,
Baba, Baba.
Come out, Shalom.
Come out, Shalom.
Watch my son, Shalom.
Shalom.